Hello, it's morning, Sunday, I think. Could be Monday, I don't know. That room over there is pretty darn warm. This one here is pretty darn cold. And this one's even colder. We got the one more solar panel up yesterday. I put it on this controller, so there's 3 of them on this controller. Let's see what we're charging at. I got 5.58 amps going there, 7.3 amps going there, and 0.3 amps going there. So the sun's not even up yet. It's just kind of coming up over the ridge right now, over the mountains, over the horizon. And we're already getting some pretty good voltages. So we have 13.18 amps going into the batteries right now, total 13.2 amps, 13.22. I want to keep an eye on this controller with the 3 for a little while, just to see what we peak out at. If I think it's too high, then I'm going to put another controller up here maybe today, and get one more panel hooked up. These panels on this one are 275 amp or watt panels. This one's 275 watt and this one's 275 watt times 2 and times 2. These are 230 watt panels times 3 right now. So it's a lot of current. We're up to 13.3 amps. That means the sun's coming up. 13.32. Let's see what this one's doing. 5.7, 7.3, and 0.5. That one up there is rising pretty good. I'm going to come back in here in a few minutes. I got to do my hair and all that neat stuff. I'm not really even dressed yet. So as long as the current's going up, these batteries will charge a little bit quicker and stay charged a little bit longer, because we'll have more current into the evening. So let's see how this works out. I'll be back. I'll walk back here and check the voltages again. I started out at 12.3 volts at about 7ish, and it's at 13, 13.1, 13. And 13.32. We're charging at 24.21 amps total. We're using 6.83 and 1.8. So this one's putting out 0.6. That's the west side. 9.26 for the roof. And 15.2 for the east side. So doing pretty good, I think, maybe. I might move this wire over to this side of this screw. Looking good. I'll check that one again here in a little bit when it gets direct sunlight. Just want to see what the current will be. It stopped charging now. Now it's charging again.
Hi everyone, this is Sue. Tim asked me to do a video of my lovely electric fence. We've been having issues with the cows coming through the backyard, getting too close to the tank. As you can see from the tracks and the occasional cow pie, they don't care that our house is here or our stuff is here, and for some reason they're really attracted to this area. We're worried a little bit about that pipe that goes to the rainwater tank, and especially the cover for the valve, because one well-placed cow foot could really ruin that. So we decided to put up an electric fence. I did anyway. I've done several electric fences. I've had horses for years, and this one's just cobbled together with bits and pieces that we had, or I had left over, and some stuff that we bought. But the general idea is to keep the cows away from the water tank and the propane tank, and hopefully maybe detour them around the backyard a little bit. So we've got both sides of the tanks covered. The connection goes up here to the existing electric that was around the weather station. This is basically, it's a battery-powered unit. The solar panel is charging the battery, and then the battery is running the fence charger. So it's not a solar charger per se, but that's the effect of it. It's got some pretty good pop. Maybe. Did anyway. There we go. And hopefully that's extending all the way down. It's really not a very big fence, so hopefully it'll have a good charge all the way. But we'll try to keep these critters out of this area, and maybe if they don't see this as a way to get from point A to point B, they will circle around a little farther. Like to eventually fence off so that they can't wander all over the septic tank. Last thing I need is a cow in the septic tank. So we'll see how that goes, but at least this for now should keep them out of all of that, which will be a good thing.
We're going to install one more panel before we take off today. We're at 17.4 amps on the roof panels, 15.5 on the east panels, and 0.8 on the west panels. So we're charging at 33.5 amps. We're using 8.14 and 1.8 on the 12 volt. 7.9 on the 110. So it's doing okay. We're at 13.3 volts. And 17.5 amps. That's good. So we got the parts wagon there. We got the center bar partly installed. We're going to carry a panel up and set it on the roof. I can hear Sue in there making a mess. So, okay, we're charging at 21 amps off the roof right now, and 13 amps off the east, and 0.9 amps off the west. So we're doing okay. We got 35.8 amps going in. That brought this up from 19. It only brought it up a couple of amps, which is probably just all it needs. I need to put in another controller, but I can't find my spacers, so I'm going to temporarily put it up without spacers, and I'm hoping that I have all the parts that I need. I think I do. So there's another new controller right here. It's really nice to see parts go away, one part at a time. But I'll put this controller up temporarily up there until I get spacers. The spacers, all they're doing is cooling, giving it some airflow. These are all just warm to the touch, just barely warm. 21.3 amps off the roof, 21.4. I don't think the sun's right overhead yet, but it's doing good, so we're in good shape. We'll go outside, and we got another panel up, so there's 4 panels on the roof now. We just have to wire it inside the building. Putting those panels up on Unistrut sucks. Go with something different. It just isn't that great. It was a good idea at the time, but it's just really difficult, really complicated. I don't know, I thought I bought out all the spacers at Home Depot. There might be something down there. Nope, taco, let's see, what flavor is this? Inferno from Del Taco, yay. Not very hot. You ever notice that when something says hot, it's not? Some people like hot, and if you like hot, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's never hot. But I'll probably, as soon as we buy more spacers, I'll find the others. So, back to work. Just for the heck of it, these are the CMZ, or CW, I'm sorry. Is that CM3024Z charge controllers. They're 30 amp controllers. They do work very, very well. They handle 30 amps, not a problem. Let's see what we got up here now. 21.9. So it's cooking along, 22 right in there. And that's about what I figured we would have with 3 panels on that. So it's okay. We're gonna put this one right up here like that, but I'm gonna have to take it back off later and put a couple spacers behind it. These I got off eBay, I believe, and they were just not very much. They're like $19 a piece or something like that. I've got one over here that doesn't work the way it's supposed to. It locks up, and for the price, I'm not going to worry too much about it. But it'll probably be a while before we get any more panels up. When we do, I'll have to buy more. I'll put 2 more on this one. This one will have 3 also, because we still have 4 more panels to use up. It's nice. You don't know how nice it is to get rid of some of the stuff out of the house. So we're at 35.87 amps coming in. The top one is still at 9.9. That's the west. We've got 22 amps on the roof and 13 amps on the east. So we're doing A-okay. So I'm getting back at it here. Remove lens cap. Okay, that's finished. We got that last solar panel working. It's putting in 7.9 amps. We have a total of 43 going into the batteries. The inverter's pulling 15 amps, but Sue's been in the freezer doing something. So the east side is putting in, or west side's doing 1.9. The roof is doing 23. The first 3 panels on the roof is doing 23. Got 7.9 on the 4th roof panel and 10 amps on the west. So everything's cooking right along. It ought to be doing pretty good. There's no reason why those batteries can't stay charged. We're doing great here. May not need any more panels, really. We'll have to do some watching and see how things go. Maybe another battery or 2, but I don't think we may not need more batteries up there. I'm done for now. I think we're going to be leaving pretty quick. Sue is getting stuff together, and I'm just going to clean up. May do one more video, may not. We will see. Okay, I think we're going to give up for the day and go on home for a couple of days. I'd probably end up coming back up soon, within the next day or 2, which is great. I hate leaving, but you have to sometimes. Had a thought on that. When we're not here for any length of time, we could disconnect a couple of panels. We could disconnect the east and west ones, or just leave one set of one charger charging and just shut the others off. I think that would work. So I'm all tangled up and stuff. I remember something yesterday when we were talking about my juice, the juice that I make. I forgot to say apple cider vinegar and lemons. I put a lot, about a half a cup of apple cider vinegar in it, and at least 2 full lemons. Don't peel anything. Just use the peel and all. The peel is where a lot of the nutrients are. People just throw away. And it really, really does taste good. The only way you can do it is to try it. But apple cider vinegar and lemons, don't forget those. I can't think of much else. That should be about it. I'll see you in a few days. Make sure to share and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.